Welcome back to everyone. We have just come out of closed session. We're rising from that and the report from closed session. On behalf of the Council for the Township of Adelaide Metcalfe, we wish to express our disappointment with the Ontario Land Tribunal's decision to approve a development within our township that will result in the storage of a substantial amount of biosolid fertilizer at the intersection of Kerwood Road and Winter Drive. It is important to note that the development will still require multiple approvals from the Ministry of the Environment, Conservation, and Parks. The ministry will bear responsibility for ensuring environmental compliance and handling any enforcement issues related to this development. In saying this, we have a motion before us that Council directs staff to submit the decision to the Ontario Land Tribunal for a formal review. Could I have a mover and a seconder? Moved by Councillor McKinnon, seconded by Councillor Nordoff. All those in favor, and that's carried. Okay, next on the agenda is our correspondence. Upcoming conferences, seminars, and meetings. The next regular meeting of council will be on Monday, September the 16th, followed by a council meeting on Monday, October the 7th at 7 p.m., both meetings. For recommended readings, CC number 1, the Middlesex County Council highlights from August 13th, 2024. CC number 2, a news release, Rural Municipal Leaders Support Solve the Crisis campaign to address homelessness and mental health from August 18th, 2024. Excuse me, under action required, CC number 3, we have been asked to consider supporting a resolution from the town of South Bruce Peninsula regarding ineligible sources recycling. Councillor Kingma?
I think it would be a good idea to support this one because it's a future cost that we might be incurring if this loophole continues, that recyclables are not necessarily going to be collected from industries, commercial businesses, and institutions. So I think we can support this. And I'd also like to suggest that we, in light of this, as a township, we better investigate what the future might hold if this loophole does not get tightened. It might require exploratory talks with neighbors and see if we can coordinate something.
Okay, thank you. And you're prepared to move that? Yes, so that's moved by Councillor Kingma, a seconder. Okay, that's that dies on the floor. CC number 4, we were being asked to support a resolution for the Township of Russell to support the AMCTO provincial updates to the Municipal Elections Act. Councillor McKinnon? Okay, you're prepared to move that? Okay, is there a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Kingma. All in favor? And that's carried. CC number 5, a resolution from the Township of Sterling Rawdon regarding the public sector salary disclosure. Okay. CC number 6, a resolution from the Township of Nairn and Hyman regarding the transport and disposition of naturally occurring radioactive material. Councillor McKinnon?
Support.
Okay, would you prepare to move that? Okay, is there a seconder? Councillor Kingma, all in favor? And that's carried. Okay, so I need a motion that council receive and file council correspondence item CC number 1, 2, 3, and 5. Could I have a mover and a seconder? Moved by Councillor Nordoff, seconded by Councillor McKinnon. All those in favor? And that's carried. Thank you. Okay, next up on our agenda is a staff report. Well, actually, we've already done this one. We bumped it up in the order, so we've looked after that one for the building activity summary. And the next one is in reference to council meetings, considering alternate locations, and I'll turn this over to our legislative clerk, Michael Barnier.
Through the mayor to members of council. So this reports as a request of council to explore alternative locations in the township to hold council meetings. They are sometimes seen as increasing local participation. I would suggest, as discussed in the report, that those work best for specific issues to that area or a general town meeting. Holding just a council meeting cannot draw that if there's nothing local to them or important. And I have got some of that feedback from other municipalities that have recently done them. They try to put on local issues, but you can't dictate some of that. So we did explore both the Adelaide WG McDonald Public School and Our Lady of the Pillar Academy. Both worked out to about $250 on their own, just for the rooms, as discussed, and they're both accessible and would work. I guess where the money starts to scale up is what degree of participation you want. If they're live casted and participation, remote participation in those meetings. So that does scale up. Now the county did say about 800, but said about $1,000 to be safe for those meetings. So there would be no issue. I think it's all outlined in the report. You know, it could possibly increase engagement. They're accessible, a little more resource for staff time to organize. But you have the financials in front of you, and I think it's a consideration for the 2025 draft budget or the budget process to consider something like that and what level of participation you would like. So the recommendation is that council receive the report from information, but I'd be happy to answer any questions concerning this.
Okay, are there any questions? Councillor McKinnon?
Not a question so much, Mayor Sue. Through you to the clerk, I'm really kind of appalled that the school board would even suggest charging the municipality, given that we calculate, we submit their taxes, we collect their taxes, we pay for their education or their, I'm sorry, not education, but election. And then they won't give us without the $200. So I think that would be a good trade-off for us doing all the work for them. So just my comments.
Through the mayor to address Councillor McKinnon's comments. It was about 3 to 4 years ago that it's province-wide that they did revise this policy. I would say it's still minimal cost. They're in a cost recovery mode, a little bit of administration, a little bit of cleanup afterwards. So I think the problem was they weren't available province-wide. So now they have a blanket policy for all school boards to follow. And this is what they follow for the minimal cost recovery.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions or comments? Okay, seeing none, we have a recommendation that council receive the council meetings alternative locations report for information. Moved by Councillor Nordoff, seconded by Councillor Kingma. All in favor? And that's carried. Thank you. Okay, is there any other business? Councillor Kingma?
Yeah, I was just gonna wonder if Mayor Sue had a good time at the plowing match.
The plowing match at Seldom Rest Farms on Napperton Drive was put on by the Middlesex Plowmen's Association. It was extremely well attended. I believe they had 39 people there plowing, not including the people that weren't really competing for the money. And it was so great to see so many young kids there, and even kids that other farm kids that don't plow and they're not involved. It was almost like a great thing to do for the day to have the exposure. So, and I'd like to take my hat off to Dave and Cheryl Bolton. I think they did a great job hosting. And yeah, like I said, it was well attended. I think it was supposed to be over by 2 and I left at 3:30. So It was a full day and it was well enjoyed by everyone. So, yeah. Where did I finish? Trying to embarrass me. I guess I got first place and there's a trophy over there. A little bit embarrassing, but anyway, that's okay. Oh, dear. It couldn't just be the little one like the kids get at soccer, eh? It's, oh, dear. We're gonna really embarrass, yeah, it's gonna embarrass me here. Okay, well,
Goes on the mantle.
yeah, thanks to the Plowman's Association for Middlesex. I appreciate that. And it was a fun day and it'll be back around next year. So I've got possession of the trophy for a year and we'll see what happens this time next year. So any other business? Just so people know, at the Kerwood Hall on Thursday night, the Middlesex Federation of Agriculture is hosting their annual meeting, followed by a dinner. And I know a lot of people in the community will be attending. And we have one of our residents, Patrick Verkley, who is, I believe, the president of the MFA, and he's been here at council before. So it's nice to see the involvement from our community. They do great work in advocating for our farmers, and I look forward to attending. Anything else? Okay. Seeing we have nothing else, we have a recommendation that bylaw 48 of 2024 confirming September 3rd, 2024 received first, second, and third and final reading. Moved by Councillor McKinnon, seconded by Councillor Kingma. All in favor, and that's carried. And I have a recommendation that the meeting be adjourned at 8:21 PM. Could I have a mover and a seconder? Moved by Councillor Nordoff, seconded by Councillor McKinnon, all in favor, and that's carried. Thank you.